Hey there, YouTube! Are you kinda shy? Hate being in a room filled with strangers? Draw a huge blank every time you finally worked up enough courage to talk to someone you don't know? I feel ya! Talking to people you don't know is basically up there amongst the scariest things life can throw at you. About the same level as being eaten by a giant lizard monster or burning in hellfire for all eternity. But I promise, you don't actually need to be all loud and outgoing to be a good conversationalist. In fact, being quiet probably works in your favor. Wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, regardless of who it is, everyone's number one topic to talk about is themselves. Myself included, yourself included, I'm sure too. So if you want to start a conversation with someone you don't know, ask them about themselves. I promise you, it's actually that simple. Okay, maybe not just that simple. If you really struggle to talk to someone new, here are 3 steps to literally start a conversation. Step 1, observe and listen. Before you even open your mouth, observe the person you want to talk to. You can tell a lot about what matters to that person by what they're doing or what they're wearing. Are they reading a book? Are they wearing really funky jewelry? Wearing a slogan tee? These are probably things that matter to them, which leads me on to step 2, compliments and open questions. So that thing you observed in step 1, the easiest way to build rapport with someone is to ask them an open question. I've always wanted to read that book, but I've never got around to it. How are you finding it so far? Or compliment. I just wanted to say, I really love your necklace. I think it really suits you. Obviously, only say these things if you mean it. Don't do it if you hate it. People can always tell when you're being insincere, and there is no faster way to kill a conversation than by being fake. Step 3, active listening. Yep, like that is it for step 3, I promise. Really, just listening. If your approach was warm and genuine and you're genuinely interested in what the other person has to say, then hopefully at this point they're doing all the work for you by talking about their thoughts or feelings on whatever topic you just brought up. From this point, if you're actually actively listening and taking an interest in what the other person has to say, you'll find you naturally have more questions you want to ask them. Don't turn it into the Inquisition, but take an interest. A good conversationalist listens, not because they're waiting for their turn to talk, but because they genuinely care about what is being said. I used to be really shy, and I used to really struggle talking to people I didn't know. But following these steps has really helped me, and the more I practiced, the easier it became. The thing that gives me the courage to do so is just remembering this. No one likes making the first move. So, more often than not, the very simple act of you starting a conversation is usually doing someone else a favor. They were there just like, I'm not talking to anyone. And then you come up to them and you're like, hey, love your necklace. I promise you, deep down inside, they're like, oh, thank Christ. I no longer have to stand around awkwardly because someone is now talking to me. Jesus, thank you. So, what tips do you have for talking to people? Share your thoughts in the comments below. See ya!